Someone is fake if they act like this and begin to show you these strange signs in their behavior because they can't keep it real. All right. Let's talk about it, okay? There are a lot of fake people out here in this world today, and you're going to have to avoid them if you want to maintain a positive lifestyle and a positive reality for yourself. A lot of us, children of God, chosen ones, light beings, star seeds, a lot of us, indigos, rainbow crystals, a lot of us, we bring a lot of negativity out of people because when we get around them, they don't know how to control themselves. So what they do is, instead of coming to us because we are the all-knowing as far as people are concerned, we're tapped in. We're all-knowing. You'll probably have people around you gaslight you and tell you that they're all-knowing and that it's something about them that's special. But they're saying it to you. And of course, there's something special about them. They may even know something, they may even know a lot. As far as their reality is concerned, they may be all knowing. But when it comes to you, you most likely are aware of a lot of things that most people aren't. When it comes to behavior, when it comes to personality, when it comes to um, whether someone is a good or a bad person, you will be able to tell. All right, possibly through intuition, possibly through clairvoyance, possibly through your third eye being open, you being awake, and possibly just through life experience. A lot of us special, quote unquote, individuals have been through the ringer, through the fire. And I'm not saying everybody else hasn't. People go through things. People have positive experiences. People have negative experiences. All right. But the one thing about us is that a lot of people end up getting torn to pieces when they get around us and they come into our energy field. Our energy field is too strong for them, and they can't be around us for too long without picking a fight, getting jealous, um, feeling some type of way, being envious of you, trying to, compete with you. And it's all because of the fact that they feel insecure and they think that someone is trying to be better than them. And I really believe that that's one of the reasons why they compete. They may feel you're trying to be better, but you just naturally are who you are. And if you in your natural state where you're just being your true authentic self, if you end up being better than them as a result of that, that's out of your control. You have no control over that. But what makes them fake is that when they get around us and they're unable to handle themselves, they result to a lot of shady, a lot of piss poor, a lot of conniving, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of childish, petty, stuck up kind of behavior. All right. They end up trying to do you some type of way to try to stop you, like it's actually going to make their life better or help them perform greater or help them outdo you. If they can do better than you, they can feel better than you. If they could do more than you, they could feel better than you. Um, if they can outshine you some kind of way or bring it to your attention that there's more to them that meets the eye, or like basically just trying to meet your level of special. And that's it. They want to try to meet your level of greatness. They want to try to meet your level of ability or specialness about you when they really need to be focused on what's special about them. But they're so caught up on you and trying to be better than you and outdo you. These people have lost their self. And I mean, we're not the first person they've acted like this towards, but people who are trying to compete with others, people who are trying to outdo other people, people who feel some type of way towards you and feel they need to do better or outdo you, they lose themselves, because outdoing you becomes their main objective. Their main goal is to be better than you, and that's a crappy goal to want to achieve. All right, but like I said, there's a lot of fake people in this world today, and they're not going to be able to come to you and pay homage. All right, if some, like the type of people that we are, we're the last real ones left. All right, if someone is better than us, if someone's greater than us, if someone outdoes us, if someone is more powerful than us, we can go to them and say, hey, would you show me that? Or hey, can you teach me? Or is there something that I'm missing? Or what can I do? Or hey, you got any tips? Or is there any way you can help me be a better person? Or is there any way you can help me in that area? I see that you're I see that you're doing real well for yourself in this area, and I'd like to too. So sometimes you'll have people like us who are cool, who don't mind lending a helping hand, who don't mind being there for other people, who don't mind, showing love, because that's just who you are. Not everybody's built like that. That's why not everybody's real. You're not the type of person to want to sabotage, to want to stop someone, to want to, get in the way of another person. You're not the type to be jealous or envious over someone. And even if you do get that way or feel that way, you're not going to take it out on them. Like I said, you're going to go to them because you know that that's something that you like to do, you like to improve on. But what's also whack is sometimes when you go to people and you try to holler at them for some advice or some help, they a lot of people. Okay, somebody out here having a little party. All right, a lot of people, they feel some type of way because they were finally able to work to a certain area in their life, or they were able. That bird is chilling. They were able to get to a certain area in their mind to where now they could feel themselves or be confident. So it's like they're not trying to give that away. They don't want to give away their secrets. They feel that by helping you, it may actually hold them back. All right. And I understand why people feel like that, but I also understand why that's not true. All right, I've learned enough about success. I've watched enough people take themselves from nothing to something, and I know that everyone can become something, and that if someone was to work hard enough, they could be whatever they wanted. But like I said, there are some fake people in this world. All right, and you're gonna notice. All right, you're gonna notice that they're fake by how they act. All right, and this person's behavior towards you is not going to be genuine. It's not going to be authentic. It's going to be fake. Like, you're gonna feel this person's energy, and you're gonna sense the type of spirit that they have on them, and it's just not going to be a good mix. You're gonna be like, yo, this isn't it. This type of person is no bueno for me getting some queso. All right, because it's all about you getting to the cheese. All right, it's all about you getting to the cheddar, you know. And if someone doesn't want to see that happen, it's no point in getting caught up or upset over them helping you. That person, they may not be a hater, but sometimes people work hard for things, and it's like, yo, I'm not going to help you. It takes a person with a good heart that doesn't mind helping other people. Sometimes people will help you as far as they can, or as far as they feel comfortable. So you can't, go bad talking people just because they don't want to help you the way that you want. If somebody will help you any kind of way, cool. As long as they're honest, I could understand somebody saying they're going to do something and they're not doing it. That could potentially make a person feel some kind of way. And that's fake too. There's plenty of that out there as well. So, you don't want those types of people around you. You don't want to be that type of person yourself. All right. But you could tell that people are fake by the way that they act. All right. There are going to be people who will try to play you like they're cool, right? It's always somebody cool that ends up being fake. And a lot of people who are like real cool, to me, I'm not, making any judgments, but a lot of cool people seem to be some of the fakest as well. It's like the people who are always in somebody's face, those are usually always some of the most fakest people. All right, some of the realest people are those that fall back. They're not in crowds. They stay to themselves. They're not amongst the crowd. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But majority of the time, you'll probably find them by themselves. A lot of real people aren't a lot of real people aren't friendly. A lot of real people stay to themselves, and a lot of real people don't want much to do with too many other people, because majority of people are fake. So fakeness is something that you can't control. You can't force other people to be real. You can't make other people to be real, but you can watch out for the signs. And some of the signs that people are fake, we're going to keep getting into it in this video. All right, you'll have people who will act like they're cool with you. They'll be all up in your face. And you really do have to watch people smiling in your face. It's usually the people that are smiling in your face, because they can tell that you can sense the fakeness on them. So they have to try to smile at you to try to get you to think otherwise about them. All right. Check that video I just dropped on facial expression and demonic possession. All right. A lot of these people are trying to hide the fact that they're not good people. And they know that if they could smile, if they could appear to mimic you, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to mimic you, and more than mimic you, they're trying to mirror you. So that way you'll think that this person is exactly the kind of person that you are. So that way you'll let your guard down, and you'll be cool with this person, and then they could begin to manipulate you. All right, a lot of these people start off, talking, trying to add some advice here, trying to make you feel good here, say some things there. And then before you know it, they're trying to get in your pocket or get involved with something that you're doing, or that they're working their game on you. All right, so you got to be careful. All right, a lot of these types of people will be trying to run game on you. All right, people who are real, they don't need to run game on you. Them being real is the only game they play, and they don't even play it. They're just being themselves. You know, um, a person doesn't have to do too much if they're just being themselves. They don't have to try to force anything on you. They don't have to try to get you to believe anything. They don't have to try to get you to think any kind of way. All right. They don't have to try to get you to do anything how they want it to be done. It's like this person is gonna it's gonna be a lot of freedom between you and them in the situation at hand. All right. But there are people who really think like they just walked into your life and they just gonna control stuff. Like, oh, we're gonna go do this, or we're gonna go do that. Like, bro, we're not doing anything. You can go do you, and I'm gonna go do me. All right. Things should not be forced. People who try to force things on you are, trying to get power over you, control over you, and they're working on seeing just how far they can go with you as far as their game goes with their manipulation tactics that they're using against you. All right. So a lot of these people will try to act like they're your friend. All right. They'll talk to you. Yo, what's up, man? How'd your day go? Everything good? Cool, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Like, you have to be careful. A lot of these people, the conversations that you're using with them, that you're having with them, are being used against you. So you have to play it safe, and you have to be smart, and you have to be wise, and you have to really be careful, and use discernment. A lot of people who are talking to you, who are your so-called friends or associates or people you just meet, when people are, it seems like they're overly nice, or when somebody's automatically trying to tell you about someone, or to watch out for a person, or this person might not be any good, like just be careful. Don't trust people just because you're in a new situation, just because you're feeling good, just because the vibes are right. All right, just because you're getting yourself together and things are working out for you. Like, these demons can tell when a person is in a state of bliss, when a person is in a state of euphoria, when a person is feeling good. All right, a lot of people will try to take advantage of those who are feeling good. It's like, okay, this person's feeling good. you know they think they might get a yes out of you. They think they might be able to manipulate you easier. All right, a lot of people will take advantage of the fact that you're a good person, and you're not like an awful mean kind of person right off the bat. All right, but some people, they deserve that awful mean side. So, there's a time and a place for everything. And you don't have to be awful. You don't have to be mean. But according to a person and, whether they could take a no or not, you might have to kick it up a notch. All right. No may not suffice in a situation where you may have to say no, you know. Um, it is what it is. Some people will try to take advantage, but just be careful. All right, there are people, like I said, they're going to try to talk to you. They're going to try to get into good graces with you. They're going to try to manipulate you with the form of conversation, talk to you. They think they're building rapport with you. All right, these people really think their conversation with you and talking to you, and because you're around them, they think that's how they're eventually going to break you down or wear you down. And a lot of them, they just they think their game is really good with how they talk to people and how they operate with people, but they don't think you could pick up on it. All right. Like if you had someone in your family that was manipulative or did you dirty, or was not the most trustworthy person. And I'm not, not to say that any of us can't be that way. I'm just glad we're not. But it's truly a blessing to be who you are. And a lot of these people actually make fun of you for being a good person. Now looking back on things, you're like, that's why they were making fun of me, because I was a good person, because they knew they weren't shit. All right, they knew that they weren't that good of a person. And a lot of people will laugh at you when they know something that you don't, and that they're hot, that something is being hidden from you, or they're aware of something that you're not. Or these people, they like to think that they're above people. So it's like they may be laughing at you because they're a whole evil person, and you're around them sharing money and buying food and doing all these things, but this person had ill intentions towards you, and never had any intentions to be that way back to you, or to pay you back any kind of way, show you any love any kind of way, show you any kind of help any kind of way, except doing you dirty. But for those of us that had people that were close to us, that did the most to us, we're really blessed, because now when we go out in the world, we're going out in the world with our eyebrow raised, and we're not just going out in the world being vulnerable, thinking that everybody is a good person. So all the people who did us wrong is truly a blessing, because now we get to observe the world through a different lens, and not be suspicious of everyone, not be judgmental of everyone, not think everyone is out to get us, but still don't let your guard down too easily, and always keep an eyebrow raised on these fake ass people out here. All right, so it is what it is. All right, these people are going to be trying to talk to you. They're going to try to get good with you. They're going to act like they're cool with you. They're going to act like they care about you. They're going to act like you guys are in it together or whatever. They're really going to act like they're a good person. All right, they might even be mimicking you as far as the type of person you are, and they may be throwing it in your face. So just be wise and be careful. All right, because like people who I've experienced like this, when people are telling you about another person, usually it always has been done to get my opinion on this person. It's like a divide and conquer strategy. A lot of people will see people who have something in common, and even if that person doesn't like that person or you, they don't need the both of you coming up against them. And that's just the way their mind works. Y'all may not even be against this person, be thinking about this person, be worried about this person, but then again, these devils like to sow confusion. So what they'll do is they'll probably tell you some things about this person, get your opinion, and then what they'll do is they'll go to the other person and be like, yo, so and so, yeah, the new guy, yeah, what about him? He seems pretty cool. Psh, I wouldn't say that if I was you. He said this about you earlier. Oh, really? That's how he feel? Oh, well, forget him then. I thought he was cool. And like that's how slandering works. All right, people will usually divide and conquer, and don't let the person not already like you in the first place. Don't let the person already be a fellow demon. And there's no honor amongst thieves, but the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So they could, the enemies will team up. Two people who do not like each other will team up against somebody who they both don't like. Two people who don't like each other will team up against the person that they both don't like. So be careful going into new situations thinking it's all good because you got a fresh start, or because you got a new opportunity, or because you started a new job. You know, a lot of people who feel good, a lot of us who feel good, you know, sometimes we're happy we just got our new job. We're happy things are going well for us. Happy, happy, happy. Joy, joy, joy. All right. You make sure that that happiness and that joy doesn't turn you into an airhead to where you're not paying attention to your surroundings and being aware of who's ready to stab you in the back with a whole 50-inch blade behind them, like the anime knives. You know what I'm saying? Like them anime weapons. All right, person got a whole anime knife behind them, and you're so caught up in, things are going well for me. You know, we can't get like that. All right, so, and I know as being an empath and feeling good, when them chakras start spinning and that green start coming in and you start grinning and everything starts, you know, going good, you have to try to keep that under wraps, because that's when people are like, yo, this mug, like, yo, this person is a little too happy around here. Man, it's too many good things happening for this person around here. I was cleaning toilets and I had somebody say, we're not having fun here. Like, how do you clean toilets and find the space in your mind to have a good time? Only God. You're not evil. You're looking towards better days. You telling me, as a person who has more than someone who has less, you have more than me, but I can find more happiness than you can? So people have to be mismanaging their funds. Like, these people have homes, cars, houses, you know, can go on vacations, have better jobs, salaries. It's like, where's your money going to where you're so upset to where you can't manage your funds? So they're either not managing their funds in terms of their finances, paper money, or they're not managing their funds in terms of their time. All right, maybe they have some dark energy force that's devouring their spirit every day and night. I'm not sure. But, you know, this is why you don't put yourself in certain positions. This is this, like praise the Almighty that we're wise. Praise the Almighty. You know, we got cut, or we got bruised, or we may have got burnt, but, you know, we didn't get torched. You know, we didn't get turned to smithereens. You know, it may not have been the best situation for us, but we learned from it. You know, we might have been through some hell, but we've been through that. The Most High took us through that hell so we could get to heaven. All right, you're going through hell right now so you could get to heaven. And I'm dropping a video on that right after this one. All right, so that's how you could tell people are fake. People are going to, you know, people will do things and act like they're not doing them. All right, the gaslighting is real. All right, people will do things and act like they're not doing them. The first minute someone does something that you don't like, check them on it. I know you may have a hard time doing that. I know you may even be afraid to do that. All right, I'm just keeping it real. You may not have the courage to do that, but I'm telling you, find the courage to stand up to people and find the courage to tell people like it is, because if you don't, you're going to be the doormat. You're going to be the one with the short end of the stick. You're going to be the one being stepped on like a worm. If you act like a worm, people will treat you like a worm. If you act like a boss or act like a beast, people are going to treat you as such. And when I say beast, I don't mean demon. I just mean somebody that's ready, willing to stand up for themselves and not allow people to take advantage of them. A lot of us have been set up to go out into the world and be a pushover, because the people who raised us and who brought us up were too afraid of our power, and they saw how strong we were going to be, and they might have wanted to control us and have power over us and maintain that control and power and make us do what they wanted us to do. So they tried to keep us in a submissive state to where when you go out into the world, now you're unable to manage yourself accordingly or sufficiently, to where now you may always have problems. And if they know if you can't take care of yourself or keep a job or do the necessary things to provide for yourself, you're always going to have to go back and call on them and need them. And a lot of us have been put into situations where we're breaking out of that, and we're breaking those generational curses, because that's not the life that we want. We don't want a life where people have power over us, control us, are telling us what to do, are making our lives miserable. We don't want that. All right, we want a life where we have the power, where we have the control, because we know that we're good people. We know we're not out to do anyone any bad. All right. I know I say that a lot, but Lord God, do I mean it? All right. Put in the comment section if you're watching the video up to this point. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm just out to get mine. All right, you know, man, I ain't out to hurt nobody. I'm just trying to get mine. I ain't even trying. I'm getting mine. I ain't out to hurt nobody, and I'm getting mine for sure. All right. So Watch people who do things that seem like it's nothing to worry about. That's how you could tell people are fake. People will do light little petty things to try to test you, where you'll be actually be playing yourself. Like people, this is why it's good to arm yourself, and it's good to read, and it's good to learn, because a lot of people and their manipulation tactics are really sinister. It's really low key. It's really evil. It's not evil as like cutting somebody and putting a knife into them and watching them bleed and die, but it's as evil as I'll give you a little slice here, little slice here, little slice here, little slice here, and by the time you know it, you done bled out. And when you go to put a band-aid on or fix it, it's too late, and you like that dude who was protecting Chappelle when he was playing like Barack Obama as a black president. I'm dead. You know, he's an episode where he tried to save Chappelle. The bodyguard took that bullet. He was like, oh, he got shot. He was like, I'm dead. So, I rebuke that in the name of the Most High, but still, it is what it is, man. Like they're gonna try to test you with real small stuff. So when people do something that seems small, and you're like, well, I shouldn't be upset over that, or I shouldn't come at them over that. No, come at them over that. I don't care if you seem crazy to people. The crazier you seem to people, the more people will leave you alone. Oh, he's crazy. I'm not messing with him. The crazier you seem to people, the more people will leave you alone. All right, maybe you think you were being a bad person. Maybe you were like, oh man, I don't want to be a bad person. I want to be this good person that I know I am. Well, you have to get comfortable with being what you might feel is a bad person, because sometimes when you're being a bad person to somebody else, as a good person, you're being a good person to your damn self. All right, so sometimes as good people, you got to be a bad person, because I guarantee you, if it's a situation where it's between you and them, you better choose you, because you have to be a good person to yourself first, or you're not going to be a good person to anybody. If you're not in a situation to where you could be good to yourself, you're not going to be good to other people. So basically what I'm saying is, when people do real little small things to where it's like annoying, or something that you don't like, and you feel that you don't want to make a big deal out of it, check them on it anyway. If you end up making a big deal out of it, oh well. All right, and I'm not talking about react to them, but call them out on it and let them know that that's intolerable behavior. I'm not going to tolerate that. Call them out on it. Get a little strong with them if you have to. Get assertive with them if you have to, because like when you're a good person, man, you the only person you should be good to is yourself out here. And I'm just keeping it a beam with you. Just be good to yourself, and if the good Lord allows you to be good to other people, that's cool. Because the day and age that we living in, like people, like demons are turning up left and right. And as a person that doesn't have ill intentions towards other people, I know I don't appreciate that type of behavior. All right, so when the small thing, even if it's small, check them on it. Even if it's something that you like, man, I think I'm going over the top, check them on it. Because I guarantee you it could potentially turn into something else. But if you feel that you're doing too much, just wait. Just wait. All right, just wait. You know what? I'm gonna let this one slide. I'm gonna give him another chance. That second chance, put if you put how you really felt to the side, to be a good person to someone that's only going to try to play you and keep testing you, I guarantee you the next time if you let them have it, you'll be doing a lot better than if you just kept saying, well, it's something small, I don't want to overreact. No, if you whatever you feel is necessary, all right, pull this person aside. Don't be reactionary about it. Don't, well, don't be all yelling and stuff like that. Like, yo, I'm gonna need you to stop that. All right, you did it the first time. I let it go because I didn't think it was anything big, but now I see it's starting to become a thing, and things usually become issues. So since I don't want this thing to become an issue, and I tried to be the good guy and I let it go prior, now I can't be the good guy. You need to stop that. Like whatever you got going on, whatever problems you got, you better fix it or figure it out, because if not, we're going to have issues. We're going to have problems. Do you want to have a problem with me? I don't want to have any problems with you. This is like conflict resolution. This is what like people who reacted early on, this is all you were missing, was just being able to have a conversation with someone, not being afraid of conflict, being able to speak to someone directly. But a lot of us, we got to break this generational curse and get out of this shell of not being able to say anything when we need to, not being able to speak up when we need to, because a lot of us were put in a constant state of fear to be in a freeze response, to react to when something, to react unnecessarily. But when it's time for action, it's like you don't want to be stuck. And a lot of us were brought up and trained to be stuck. All right. So you have to break yourself out of that. And how you do it is communicating with people, checking people, even if you feel the fear and do it anyway, but handle your fears, but manage them accordingly. All right. So if somebody's got a whole gun in your face, you don't want to be talking smack to them. Or if somebody could do you any harm, you don't want to get yourself in a situation to where you have to defend yourself around against someone dangerous. But, I know you could get dangerous too. I know we could get dangerous, but it's like, is it really worth, if it's not a life or death situation, it's not worth you making it one. All right. Of course, everybody's going to defend themselves and fight to the death when necessary. But if it's not a life threatening situation, don't make it one. People are out here not using their mind, being stupid, being foolish, playing games, hating on you because you're going somewhere in life and they see you have a future and a destiny and a destination to go to. They got a detonation to go to, and you have a destination to go to. Don't let them, take you away from your destination and let them turn it into a detonation to where you explode and everything blows up in front of you and your life is turned to smithereens. All right, so be careful. All right, people who do small things, people who do petty things, act like it's nothing or that's no big deal, but it's like it's a big deal to you. Be careful of people trying to minimize your experience or trying to minimize things. If you don't like it, if you don't want it done to you, if you don't appreciate this person behaving this way, let them know it. Like, yo, the first time, if you were gonna dig in you was gonna dig in they behind, let it slide. All right, but the second time, if you feel like you need to say something about it and it keeps happening, always check it the first time. But if you feel that you're doing too much, let it go. But then you have every right. You make sure that second time you be like, okay, now's my time to shine. I gave this person, I tried to let them live. I tried to show them love. But now that, they're making it unnecessary for me to do that. And I got to put myself first. And we should all be putting ourselves first, especially with people that we don't know like that. These coworkers, these random people out in the street, people that you live near when you're moving into a new area. You don't owe them nothing. You don't owe them nothing, man. You don't owe them a damn thing. All right, so people will get a hold of good people like us and they think they hit the lottery because they think they found someone that's easily to control or easy to get over on. And it's like we may have been through some things that may show that about us or may have placed that spirit on us. It's all about growth on this side. We're not allowing anything to take place that we don't want. And that's what life is about, being able to live the way you want and not allow things that happen that you don't want to happen. All right, because hey, there are people who don't care about the type of person you are, and all they care about is trying to play someone, get over on someone, manipulate someone. That's how these spirits operate. They're bored. They have nothing else better to do with themselves. They want power. Don't give it to them. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.